and today I have a question from Rosyth School WA3 from the year 2024 paper 1 question 19. So it is on maximum whole pieces. Some students have found this question a little confusing and tricky. So let's get to it. Kenny needed 120 pieces of ribbons, each of length 60.25 centimeters to tie presents for a party. So let's underline the key information, 120 pieces and 60.25. Now ribbons are sold in rolls of 2 meters each. Each roll of ribbon costs $4.80. Now each piece of ribbon must be cut whole from a roll. What is the least number of rolls of ribbons that Kenny needs to buy? And part B asks, how much does he have to pay for the rolls of ribbons? So let's start with part A. First, let's visualize the pieces of ribbon and rolls. So we need pieces of 60.25 centimeters and a total of 120 pieces. The ribbons are sold in rolls of 2 meters each and one roll costs $4.80. Now we want to find the least number of rolls that Kenny needs to buy. The easiest way that students can think of will be that with the given 120 pieces of lengths, we can just find the total length of ribbon that Kenny needs. Now, since this is in centimeters and the roll is in meters, we first need to make the units consistent. The first common error that students make is not making the units the same. So we should either convert all to centimeters or meters. In this case, we can convert it to centimeters. So how many centimeters will 2 meters be? It will be 200 centimeters. Now, since all the units are the same, we can divide the total length by the length of each roll to get 36.15 rolls. But since we can't buy a fraction of one roll, will it be 36 or 37 rolls? It will be 37 rolls. If we have 36, it won't be enough. So it will be 37. But wait, is this the correct answer? No. Remember, each piece must be cut whole from a roll. If we use 37 rolls of ribbon, this means that all rolls will be exactly used up. But can 200 be divided exactly by 60.25? No, there will still be remaining lengths. And remaining lengths cannot be attached together because once again, each piece must be cut whole. So this answer is wrong. Now, we can calculate by rolls instead. So once again, we have a roll of 2 meters, which is also 200 centimeters. Since we want pieces of 60.25 centimeters, we can first cut one piece from this roll of ribbon. Then we will find that we can still cut another piece. Now, how many pieces can we cut? We can find this by taking 200 divided by 60.25 to get 3 with a remainder of 19.25 centimeters. So now each roll of ribbon will have at most 3 pieces. So we have the third piece and a remainder of 19.25. Once again, the pieces must be cut whole. So, one roll, at most 3 pieces, and now we wanted 120 pieces of ribbon in total. So, how can we find the least number of rolls? We can take 120 divided by 3 to get 40 rolls. Our answer for part A. Now for part B. How much does he have to pay for the rolls of ribbons? Since one roll is $4.80 and Kenny needs 40 rolls, the cost of 40 rolls will be 480 times 40. And that gives us our answer of 192. And now we are done. Now let's summarize what we have learnt. Firstly, for this question on maximum whole pieces, we will first need to make the units consistent. All lengths should either be in centimeters or meters. And remember, this question was on ribbons and separating a roll of ribbon into smaller pieces. So we will need to understand real-life application of questions in order to know the real-world constraints. In this question, it involved finding the maximum number of whole pieces for one roll of ribbon. And we are done with this question. If you have any other questions regarding P5, you may scan this WhatsApp QR code to join our WhatsApp study group for P5 students. And with that, I'm Teacher Pamela and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.